Hey, folks, thank you for coming to the Veteran Coach Network. Before I get into it, there's three things I want to say. First, we had a gentleman in the chat post some things. He said that there's a veteran 7th annual Business Beyond the Battlefield Conference coming up October 7th through 9th. It's going to happen at the National Medal of Honor Museum in Arlington, Texas. So, hey, folks, check that out in there. It's about vets helping vets. Hey, folks, if you have stuff you want to post for things like that, all I ask is reach out to us in advance or afterwards, because I'd love to get it out to our audience. But while we're here, engage with our instructors, engage with our coaches, engage with our CEOs, because this is your opportunity to engage with those folks here in the room. So as I talk, engage with me. But folks, if you have great things you want to help veterans out there, hey, I love it. Please, let's reach them together before or after the meeting so I can help you do that, because that's what we're here to do. All right, so what I want to do is I want to jump back for a second. And speaking in the mission of helping veterans, folks, to Dan.io, I want to mention this real quickly because they can help you create, engage, convert, and track who's out there in your audience. We use them for the Veteran Coach Network on the page.veterancoachnetwork.com. They helped us with our CTA. They didn't pay us for this. They're there helping us because they believe in us. So go to LinkedIn, look up the Dan.io. You'll see they already wrote, "We stand with Veteran Coach Network." Write something in there. They'll give you 3 months or maybe more off. It depends how you talk with them. You know, respect begets respect. And then at the end of the day, they're also going to give you a discount. So check them out. Folks, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this. There are veterans, there are folks active duty, there's folks who are first responders, there are CEOs that can't be with their families all the time because their jobs bring them to other places. Maybe you're a CEO and you're having large events and there's things going on out there. And what happens is you can't be there. So check out Novora. Novora is a great opportunity where you could scan this QR code and we could create, the business navigators will create an app for you, sponsored through the Valor Venture Media. We'll create an app for you, a dedicated app. And in that app, it's a closed network. And at every event you're at, maybe it's a wedding, maybe it's a ball, maybe it's a speakerpreneur event, maybe it could be anything, folks, a soccer game, a cheerleading, a football game. We could create that app where it's closed end, and the folks who show up to it can have access by scanning a QR code. And not only do they get access, you can keep those memories forever. And you, maybe not being there at the event, can still be there remotely and virtually. You get to see all the stuff coming down on a dedicated live screen. And if you have a big enough event, we can work with your teams on putting a large screen up, and then you get to see it happen real time. They get to record their stories. They get to upload videos. They can upload images, and it's a great opportunity to have it left over when it's done. So check out Devora today. Folks, if it wasn't for these folks and these organizations that's helps us with the Veteran Coaching Network, we couldn't make our mission possible today. And we believe in working in our ecosystem, and that's why we're here today. We believe that some of these tools can help us, but today we're going to talk about telling your story. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about sharing my story. Later, we're going to have Jasmine Rush. She's going to come on, and she's going to help a little bit share how she shares her story, and vice versa. But Valor Venture Media essentially helps capture your story through Strategy Unlocked, which is under them, and this is called the Discipline Code. Folks, this is a comprehensive guide that can help you define your mindset. Can help you literally it's a one of a 6-step process. And we're going to get into that a little bit. But what does Valor Venture Media really do? Well, we pair you up with a coach. That's the first thing we do. We pair you up with a coach. And what does that do for you? Well, that coach helps you extrapolate your story. And by you sharing your story with that coach, and again, our coach is in our ecosystem. And what they do is they help you pull it out. And we say, hey, what is the best means and modes to your budget and to your requirement, how we can help you tell your story. So yes, we can do a book, supported with a website, supported with coaching, like virtual coaching, where your story goes on for 24/7 with gamification, all these great things. So you can tell your story that way. The Valor Venture Media is working on standing up a digital news channel, and even getting CEOs into digital magazines. But on to that point is they help you curate your story. And if you are going to take your story to a live stage, they will pair you with that coach who's been tested, who's been proven, and maybe in some degrees featured in reality TV shows. And they will help you tell your story so you have the confidence and the capability to do so. And not only that, with pairing through our ecosystem, we also pair you up where we can help you get into the customer outreach, where again we help you champion, as you heard the Justin out there, and we pair you up, and then we help you do more with less. This way you have more time for your family and more time for other things in life. Yes, folks, so you know who I am. I don't need to get into who Luke Medvegi is. But I believe that sometimes authority is not that personality trait. I believe that you have to create a operational reality. So when you purchase or you place your order for my book, what you get the opportunity to do is we give you 3 free resources. We have a VIP level and we have a basic level. It's pretty simple, only 2 levels. And everyone gets access to our coaching techniques. But here's the difference. Our coaching techniques for the VIP walks you through all the steps. So you get a 44-page, literally executive manual that's on the site that walks you through everything you need to know, paired up with our VIP video and stuff that are curated to help you be successful in Strategy Unlocked, the Discipline Code. So again, it's a process. So we start with the discipline code, and we're taking interviews now, but then we get into the command, then we get into identity, then we're starting up with, let's talk about following, because it's about good followership. Then we get into that execution, and then we get into that governance legacy, where we curate not just our time of serving in uniform, but serving and advising other companies in their governance plan that they have had to do in Fortune 500 organizations. But we believe that everything starts with, at the bottom, with building that foundation with the discipline code. So folks, sometimes out there in the world, we get so inundated and we get so much information given to us, and we're trying to sort the chaos versus reality. And trying to go through that, we understand that sometimes there is erratic behavior, but the erratic behavior is because these folks are receiving so much information and they're trying to make quick decisions. So what we do is we try to pair them up with certain philosophies, we like to say techniques, to help them really distill some of that information, and then help them go through the volatility, help to manage the risk, and help their teams eliminate the fog of war or the confusion. And that's what the discipline code is about. Some folks call it the root cause analysis, and we like to go through that with them. Also, there's a little bit of a myth out there, right? So it talks about goes about what erodes, what fatigues our organizations. Why are we failing? Maybe it starts with, I'm not meeting deadlines. Or maybe it starts with, hey, I didn't meet a deadline by a day. Then it's a week. Then it's a month. And then you find yourself looking for a new job. Because at the end of the day, as a CEO, you are responsible for profitability of your organization. You're responsible for the P&L, firsthand right there for that profit and loss. So we believe in helping you instill control mechanisms to help make that behavior reliable, regardless of what chaos may be happening. In startups, it happens every day. In startups, founders are wearing 15 different hats. Many of us here know exactly what I'm speaking about, but we help you navigate that. Again, folks, this isn't about navigating it through one book or one lens. Bringing it back to the Veteran Coaching Network, it's about navigating it together with our ecosystem, helping one another. Just so happens this book helps you with some of those techniques. It's a lasting mechanism, so when you walk away, you have something to refer back to. And I like to believe that it helps you through 4 different levels of that executive authority. Help you have self-control under pressure. Helps you with that discipline initiative. Helps you enforce those standards and behavioral consistency. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, there are some amazing coaches that are going to talk to you at the end today, and they are a complement to this stack. Those coaches will help you day in, day out with you going through your personal fog of war. I'm telling you right now, you're going to have great access by coming to this Veteran Coaching Network. Great access to great veterans or great patriots who can help you. What does this book do? It's another stack. It's another tool in your kit bag where we complement one another. In addition, I've learned through over 20 years in serving in the uniform and over a year plus serving in corporate America that there are folks who are trying so hard and so diligently, but they're lacking some of the tools. So folks, what we're creating is the Master Coaching Accelerator. And in that, we try to create an ecosystem where you come through every day. But you only get that through access to the Veteran Coaching Network. And on top of that, you get access to the master, to Paul Bickford's program, Career Mastery. You get access to all these other folks who will bring you in and talk to you about their programs, to the Sergeant Q out there, who literally went from being homeless to a multimillionaire. He went from living in his vehicle to now coaching folks, even on reality TV. So why do I bring this up? Because through what we're trying to talk about here at the Veteran Coaching Network and through the book and through some of these tools, it's a complement. We created something called the Life Suite tool, where Valor Venture Media Veteran Coaching Network comes together in an ecosystem. And what I learned in that 20 years is that you have to map your milestones. Folks, there's folks who've given pretty much their lives to their profession. Then they turn around and they get a divorce. They wake up in a blink and their kids are adults. What we've created is something called the Command Life Suite app, where we can help you with your goals through this app. And there's even AI coaches, safeguards put in place, but more than that, it helps you talk about, where am I going with my family? I can't be there every day, but how am I staying in touch? How do I know what they're doing? How do I know where they are? And the app helps you remain in the system with them, where you're even coaching your own family virtually, and you're plotting out their goals for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. It's a pretty amazing application, and it gives them the input. So you also see their calendar, your calendar. Folks, you want to know more about that, please, in the chat, just write VCN. In the chat, write VCN, and then I'll reach out to you personally afterwards. Also, I'm giving essentially the app away for A and B testing for folks who advance order the book. Okay, so the enterprise is about what's our return in investment. It's about predictability. We can build the trust. We want to make sure we're removing that drag. We want to make sure that we are driving valuation. Also, folks, this suite right here, as you can see in the bottom, helps you manage the chaos. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to help families grow together. This is a quick advanced little sheet of my app. So it talks about right here, your family household, the values and virtues and priorities you want with your family. What are some of the goals? What are some of the constraints? And how do you manage that? And I believe, folks, we can manage it together. This is a perfect example of what my life was like when I served. and how I was able to manage it, the chaos through the domains. This came to me through a family member who's going through a very tough time. And I said, you know what? Veterans going through a very tough time. There's CEOs and executives. There's frontline workers. There's patriots. There's emergency workers, police, firefighters who are going through a rough time. I said, I have to do this. And that's when we created this. So if you're interested, A/B and test it, please, in the chat, write VCN. And this has a look coaching mechanism. This is partially what the dashboard looks like. The dashboard's taken evolution on where it shows a different bubbles going across. It's become your personal dashboard. Folks, I just want to mention that so we can help one another. Also, if you're interested, this is a digital business card. Earlier, we had a great CEO on, Pawan, and what we're doing is we're forming this partnership where we can help you get this digital business card for free for attending the Veteran Coaching Network today. But we ask, please comment on our YouTube channel, the Veteran Coaching Network. And by commenting on there, just type in VCN, and then we'll reach out back to you, and then we will help you get this digital business card. The way this card is being sold for $500 on a digital, on the Business Navigators, because it's an elite card made for CEOs, but we're giving it to you for free if you are attending today and you are interested. Folks, again, this is a command light framework. If you're interested in the discipline code for $55, the app itself, you're just interested, it's a $349 value. We're going to let you A/B test it. Otherwise, it's going to go live for $849. And we have different packages for it. You can follow it up on the Business Navigators. This is a perfect example. You don't just get the book. You get the app. You get access to that VIP webpage. You even get a video. You get access to the Master Coaching Accelerator, and you also get the Authority Map for advanced purchasing the discipline code. Folks, also in addition, this is just me telling my story and trying to help folks. But guess what? Valor Venture Media can help you tell your story, and this is an example of what we can do for you today. Thank you for listening to me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming in and tuning into the Veteran Coaching Network. And Leanne, thank you for allowing me to talk, for giving me space and giving me room to speak today. I really appreciate it. It means a lot.